The bomb went off at 10 minutes of 11, just before a scheduled shift change. It had been planted on an outside windowsill of the police station. When it detonated, dozens of inch-long construction staples and glass flew through the building like shrapnel from a grenade.
We can get a couple more.
Police Chief Al Nelder was on the scene shortly after the explosion, but could tell reporters little. By this morning, he could not do much better.
Several officers were injured, particularly Sergeant Brian McDonnell, who was in serious condition at the Mission Emergency Hospital. And at this time, the investigation is continuing full scale.
What kind of bomb was it, Chief?
Where was the bomb? What kind was it?
Well, from a standpoint of the type of bomb, I'd rather not go into it at this time, but it was at the south portion of the park station.
Did it appear to be some kind of a homemade device, Chief? Or?
Well, I'd rather withhold that.
Was it a time bomb?
What did the bomb contain?
Well, it contained explosives and shrapnel type of material.
Chief, there's reports that their witnesses say they saw someone running from the building. Is there any credence put in that?
Well, we're investigating that phase of it at this time.
I'm
on my way over.
Was
to
the bomb
Mission
inside or
Emergency
outside,
Hospital at this
sir?
time. It was on the outside.
Where on the outside?
Right at the window ledge.
Where was the sergeant when the bomb went off?
He was just inside the business office.
Chief, do you have any reason to link the bomb with the earlier events of the day?
Well, frankly, the investigation is not that far advanced to make any commitment at this time.
At a news conference in his office, Nelder said he was taking measures to prevent a recurrence.
Every captain has been instructed to take the necessary precautions until further notice to ensure the safety of the stations at this time.
Such as posting sentries and the like?
Posting sentries and whatever other precautions are necessary to secure the premises and the persons of the offices at this
Chief
time.
Nelder, wouldn't the Berkeley incident of the other night have prompted you to post this kind of security prior to last night's bombing?
Well, we have been alerted to this situation for some time now. As you recall, we had a similar incident some time back at the Richmond station, and we in the department have been cognizant of it. It's very difficult to defend against this type of attack, and we, however, will take every precaution to bring the responsible people to account.
Chief, do you have any theories as to the why of the bombing?
No, as a matter of fact, I like to deal in specifics, and I can't relate this to anything other than a criminal act. It's an assault with intent to commit murder, and I think we have to look at it in that vein.
Simultaneously, Mayor Alioto was inspecting the damage at Park Station, where he told reporters an all-out manhunt is underway to find those responsible.
As I say, the relationship between this and the Berkeley police episode would indicate that there is some connection between the two. We are going to have a very, very vigorous investigation. It will be an all-out investigation to bring these kind of maniacs to justice. We'll get them there. We're offering a reward of $5,000 to anybody who will supply information leading to the arrest and conviction of those who did this thing.
Concern was voiced as well today by Governor Reagan in a Sacramento news conference.
Well, what is my reaction to it? I think, of course, it's like so many guerrilla-type tactics. It is one of the most cowardly, despicable things that anyone can imagine. It is part of the new philosophy that we find and that was prevalent in Vietnam and still is of terror tactics. No selection of victims, just simply create terror. You will recall also that I told you some months ago that there has been great discussion among some of the more radical groups that they were going to switch from the tactics of confrontation, mass confrontation, to this type of guerrilla activity. So I can't say that any of us should be totally surprised by this.
6 officers were wounded, The worst, Sergeant Brian McDonnell, is listed in extremely critical condition from multiple staple wounds, one of which punctured an artery in his neck. This afternoon, one of McDonnell's eyes was removed, and now doctors fear possible brain damage. Two others, Patrolman Robert Fogarty and Frank Rath, were hospitalized with lesser wounds. And officers Alfred Arnaud, Robert O'Sullivan, and Ronald Martin were treated and later released. Damage to the station was confined for the most part to one office, where holes were dug in the walls by the force of the explosion. Just outside, a police station wagon was also hit by fragments from the same bomb. Police are now searching for two men seen running from the area and for a badly painted pink minivan spotted driving away moments after the blast. Conjecture began almost immediately, conjecture linking this bombing with another at the Berkeley police station late last week and the disorders in the streets of Berkeley last night. Dave Monsees, Eyewitness News, San Francisco.